What's up, guys? Tim in the North, back with some more Age of Empires 2. I have a good one for you today. This is a recorded match that I had a little while ago. This is on my non-recording account, I guess. It's been a while since I've done some Age of Empires, and wanted to get back into doing some recordings, but wanted to, I guess, warm up and knock the rust off. So I wanted to do some team matches on my main account, we'll say. But here we have a match in Mickey, or Michi, or it's pronounced Lukski is my team member in blue. I'm in teal, my favorite color to be in Age of Empires. Across from us we have Blazing, Zab, and Restabiz. We will be sticking with my view for the duration of this, but yeah, this is an interesting match. I won't spoil anything, but yeah, this is the early goings. We know this is slow, so we'll just have some fun. You know, I've always joked around with my friends when we play Age of Empires 2, and it's got to be one of the most gruesome games, right? From the sheep's perspective, as you're just killing its family members and they're just sitting there waiting. This one's standing over top of its loved one as you're just slaughtering and ripping its family apart. But anyway, I digress a little bit. So I am the Persians for this match. I like using the elephants, Mickey. They're tanky. When you got to go across the forest, I feel like they're a good meat shield to help get some penetration. So that's why I like to go with Persians. The Hindustanis are my favorite civilization to play as, but the Persians went out here on this map. My teammate has 10 villagers right now. They have their houses nice and lined up. I went with a more of a chaotic approach, I guess. Let's go. Oh, I don't want to pause. It's already going to be long enough. Went with more of like a chaotic approach and just throwing them down anywhere. I have 3 on wood, 10 on food. Building a mill right by the berries. During this time, it's not that I'm going after the berries. It's just that I want to get the hunt over here. These 4, especially as I'm getting ready to pull in my second boar, and I'm starting to get low on the sheep. Scout is still patrolling. I know I have another sheep over here, at least 2, but the second boar is going to be coming in soon. As a reminder, I am playing on the Xbox, so you'll see at some point I have villagers start running all over the place. It's because I end up setting the auto assign, and auto assign is a little wonky. It's a great feature, but it's a little messy when you first set it in action. So just getting ready to run out of sheep as more come in, so that was kind of good timing, and also getting the boar in here. Probably should have gotten there a little bit sooner, but it is what it is. Starting to go heavy on wood. That's because I want to make up for the farms that have to start coming. We have a villager just watching his friends. What a bum. It's management for you. How's our teammate doing? Setting up a lumber camp on the opposite side. I mean, I guess I get what they're doing. This lumber camp, it gets this wood line and this wood line, but it's not very efficient. You're probably better off putting the wood camp here, so this way it's less travel from the town center, and then just putting a second wood cutting station after you're chopped through most of that forest. So I'm at 23 villagers. My teammate is at 11. That's a little concerning. I did a great job as keeping my town center active, though. I was impressed that I was able to keep up with it. I think I have one more. No, I got to, yeah, I got to 25 and was ready to go into feudal age, so I had timed that well enough. My farm placement, though, look at that. Needs a little bit of work, though. But yeah, I did pretty good starting off, keeping the town center active. I was happy with that. We finally have the hunt going, and as they're running further away from the mill, but that's all right. We have 284 food, and we're going into feudal. And my excuse me, my approach for this is going to be wanting to get a market down as quickly as possible. I'm gonna keep saying Mitchie because I like the name Mitchie. I don't know why. And if you want to yell at me in the comments, I'm okay with that. But it's what I'm going to keep saying. But when I play this map, in my opinion, and I'm sure everyone else's opinion, trade is super vital because it's a battle of attrition in the middle, and then it's whoever can keep production going and making a push is who ends up being successful. And you know, being able to get gold long term is really good for that. So I have a villager coming over here, just one, to do the market. My teammate is also in feudal, and I'm pretty happy about that, except that they have 14 villagers right now, so that's concerning. And there's also not a market being produced yet. We'll come back to them. We'll head back over to my base. We're almost halfway to having that market up. And the town center is cranking out villagers. That's exactly what we want. Got 7 on wood. It's largely to be ready for the farm spam that's going to be coming. We got 2 of our, what are they? Rams? Oh, index. So we have 2 of those. The third one's being consumed. So we're going to be running out of free food. That is me marking my town center. And that is the enemy also marking my town center. I think they get a little upset with me for using the flares. What is this? You'll see in a little bit. When I marked my market, I thought this was my teammate rushing to get a market up because they were also in feudal, and they just sent a bunch of people to wood, on wood. 15 on wood. 15 on wood, 3 on food. I mean, I guess they need the wood for the farms, though, right? So that's the thought process. That's a lot of travel time for wood. We'll head back to my side. I think I end up marking the market one more time, and then my opponents get upset with me, and you'll see that they spam the map. So just get ready to turn your volume down if the flare was loud the first time. Villagers are done picking berries. Sitting on the job. Here it comes. Yeah, I guess purple was not happy with my signal to my teammate. It's all right. It happens. Sometimes you just get, you know, you get frustrated. You're in the zone and somebody sends off a flare and you're just like, wow, I was having a relaxing time putting these buildings together. And then blazing Zob set off another flare. So my teammate has 20 villagers, 14 on wood, and I'm up to 34. I am going into castle here and take a sip of coffee. And I got villagers sitting around again. I guess I was assigning them to this stone pile over here. Can you tell that we used auto scout after a little while? putting some houses down because with Castle, I am going to be able to put down another town center. You're also going to see these villagers, I think, just start to run over here. And it was a miscalculation on my part. So here they come. Yeah, the villagers coming over here. I am trying to put a town center here, but I want to get them walking. So this way I'm not waiting till I have the resource. I figured I'd get them over here and then be able to plop the town center down and get rolling. But they're getting a break. We don't want to overwork them, right? They're working hard. Time is money, right? So they can have a little bit of a break until I get to 275 wood. I had some farms reset, so that caused a little bit of a delay. As you see here, it's back down to 180, 190. But they'll get it up, don't worry. Sounds like a Cialis commercial. They'll get it up, don't worry. So 9 on wood, probably could have given a little bit more effort to wood, especially 7 on gold right now is kind of extreme. But we do want to get to Imperial quickly. You know, you feel safe having this much forest in between you and your enemies, but there are those individuals that always like to rush out there and get across before, you know, catch you with your pants down as you're still trying to, you know, boom. But I'm in a little bit of an issue here. I'm pop capped, and I don't really have enough wood for more houses. So this, I'm waiting for this to get up to give me 5 more cap space, and I will also be getting my monastery up so I can get a monk. And I've keyed into my teammate to put a market up, and they haven't done it. I don't know if that was my first time or my second time, but they have not set down a market. And as I said earlier on Mitchie, markets are vital to being able to get some gold and long-term resources for the battle that is coming. So I'm starting to feel a little nervous at this point. We have good villager production still. We have 2 town centers. It looks like only one of them is active for me. My teammate has 5 villagers in the queue, 34, and I'm up to 43, and I'm hitting the pop cap again. But I am getting some houses down here along the back line of the map, so they're out of the way. A little bit of a gold rush here. I have my town center assigned to this lot of gold. That's why they're all bunched up there. I had just assigned auto task, so that's why everybody's kind of marching all over the place. Some farms popped up here. But overall, looking good, except for the fact that my teammate has not put down a market, and they haven't put down a second lumber camp either. So that is troubling. They have 4 on stone, 7 on gold. Food is amassing pretty quickly. I believe, what is it? Kemer, I think they are. I forget the symbols. They gather food. They don't have to run back to the town center, so that's why the food's skyrocketing, which is kind of cool. But 11 on wood with 1,183 is a bit excessive, if you ask me. So we'll go back over to our side. See how we're making out. Getting our 3rd town center down. I really am concerned at this point that I have a market that I put down real early that hasn't been able to produce any trade carts. So I'm at this point, I'm just like, I gotta get as many villagers out as possible and then start trying to cross the line so they can't, you know, get too comfortable with their own trade line over there. So our first monk comes out, he's got his relic, and then usually I leave the second relic for my teammate, but because they didn't put a market down, I'm kind of like, screw it. But also, when I did come over here and click this, I saw them rushing over here in the corner. I was like, oh, they're putting up a blacksmith in the corner of the map. Anyway, so I said, screw it. I'm taking that relic. I also would have taken this boar if I could have, but that would have been a lot of work and effort for me to take the 2 boars. So I said, screw it. They made it to Castle Age. They made it to Castle Age by putting down a blacksmith in what? Do they only need one build? I guess they only need 1 building. 3 barracks at the back of the map. It's so the enemies don't use any cheat codes to cross the back part and come over on this side, because we all know the Earth is round and not flat. Christopher Columbus told us that. Still hanging out over here. Up to 71 villagers, feeling pretty good. My teammate has 38 and has not chosen to put down a market with the excess of, wow, holy upgrades. Queued up everything that was available, even the stone. Even stone mining. Okay. We'll head back over to our side. I'm finally getting wheelbarrow, so I should, you know, making fun of that guy for picking up all the upgrades. At least he's not missing them, like me. Get ready to go into Imperial and I don't even have wheelbarrow yet. There's Imperial. So, market still not doing anything. And I'm very concerned at this point. He's on his way back. Safe travels, my monk friend. There is a wolf somewhere out in here. Hopefully that wolf is a God-fearing wolf and leaves you be. Oh, there's one. I think there's another one too. Setting up another wood camp here just because this is very crowded. And I kind of let this get out of hand. Hey, I got my first castle up, though. This is getting ridiculous. This is, you know, auto assign's great, but this is going to lead to villagers just standing around. But overall, I will say it's a nice feature for the Xbox. So I'm not going to dump on it. There's the other wolf. I got my siege workshop up, so we can, you know, siege onager our way through to the other side. But 87 villagers, pretty healthy. 88 now. 140 is our current cap. Putting a castle down. It's not really... It's definitely not a forward castle. It's not much of a defensive castle. It's just a castle. I saw this as well, and I had gotten excited, but it's just another town center. But, anyway. Heading back over here. We cleaned up this stone. These villagers will be coming over to here now. They're just standing around first, but where'd all the stone go? Gold over here is getting a little crowded, but, that's my partner that's got 1,100. We have 3,000. Okay. This forest is just about gone. Throwing down another castle. I am starting to consider getting the upgrades for, if I didn't already get it, the upgrade for the elite war elephant. I'm not sure if I got it yet. I wasn't really paying attention to upgrades, but if I didn't, oh, there it is. It's now in. It gives us more tankier elephants. Gotta love elephants, right? My partner I got excited again, seeing some buildings go up here in against the edge of the map, but they're just archers. Just the ultimate troll, putting down buildings on the perimeter for like maximize market, and it's not a market though. Throwing down another lumber camp here, just because it's getting a little crowded. I threw down a barracks so I could start making the stables and archery range. I probably could have deleted this. It's not being used anymore. But there's a crowd around the last bit of gold here. Still have some gold here in by these two town centers. And I don't think I ever end up utilizing that. But we'll see though. We'll see. I guess these guys were cutting wood and the game had to rebalance. And they're coming over here to start farming, I guess. Maybe over here, or I don't know where they're going with those baskets. Oh, they just came to stand over here. So where are they going to go from here? They went to stand here and then put down the farms. Okay. Up to 100 villagers. Pretty productive. Throwing down our stables. And our market is still lonely. We have 100 villagers. Our teammate has 54. I don't know why it always jumps to the other side afterwards, but whatever. I think it's where the camera last left off for that color. But anyway, my teammate is in the Imperial Age. Still rocking the lone wood camp. Where are they? They're running this back to the town center. All right. Yep, getting our stables going. I believe I'm building those largely for my spam unit. Hussars. Just something to help clog the gap whenever that battle starts. And, you know, acts as a little bit of a meat shield for me to catch back up. 100 villagers. I've stopped producing villagers at this point. I probably could have gone a little bit further. Just because we don't have the trade line going, which is a huge concern for me. We do have our max cap space set at 200. The wolf is coming in to attack my villager. Obviously was not happy that we were setting up buildings around his home. Some war elephants coming in. Always good to see them. And our score-wise, I am at the top at 6,505. My teammate is the lowest at 4,100. And then our enemies, our opponents, are in between. Mining camp. Mining camp. That wood line, though. These villagers are hating this. They're like, I gotta carry these logs super far. We got our mangonel created. We'll be turning that into an onager soon. But trying to get ready for a push. Monk is hanging out. He's done his job. He's gathered the 2 relics. And he's waiting for combat to be a healer and a converter. Another onager coming in. I probably should have made like 2 more siege workshops. I have the wood. And I also should have put more barracks down, just so if I need that spam, I got it. The university is finally going in. I want this for heated shot because at this point I'm thinking I can do war elephants and I can make a bunch of archers. So I'm thinking, you know, that might be my best strategy for now. So you'll see me start to produce some archers soon. I'm not sure. Oh, the blacksmith is doing some upgrades. Just trying to grab all those. I'm trying to create as many options as possible before this push, so it's easier for me to pivot if needed. But putting down more barracks would have been idea. Gold is okay. You see me putting down more markets. Why would I be doing that? Because he's finally put down his market. He's got 3 of them. I wanted to make 3 so it's a little bit faster to get some trade carts out, because doing one at a time takes forever. So I've already researched, or I'm grabbing the research for faster carts, and I will be producing some carts. So we finally have some trade coming in. Better late than never. Unfortunately, it was very late this time. It took to Imperial Age, I guess, for these markets to go up. But we're gonna be rolling soon. And in my mind, I'm sitting there trying to do a little bit of calculation of how many archers I really need to get. Or, trade carts I need to get, because I'm already at 106 population cap, or space, and you're gonna see these villagers fall to the ground soon. Because I need to make some space. And it's just the way it's got to go. Excuse me. Drink a little bit more coffee. We'll come back here. But trade carts are on their way. I've set the marker here, and you hear the rumbling in the distance, and that is not a thunderstorm. Putting down another castle. I'm also trying to start clearing away. This is obviously where he is attacking, and in my mind, I was like, maybe it's a diversion. That's what I was trying to hope. I wasn't trying to bite too hard on it. At this point, making archers. I think I end up making a trebuchet to see a little bit further, to see if I can kind of see back in this area a bit. But productions is rolling. Got a lot of things queued up, and I'm feeling a little bit more, you know, willing to spend, since we do have our trade markets. We're getting 66 gold from this. It's obviously better the further back it is, but it's better than nothing. So I'm at 106 villagers still. My teammate is at 76, but capped at 80 right now overall for population. They're still here, along with my boy, the OG scout. Not a gangster, he's just the first scout that I had. But clearing this out, I'm trying to make it relatively wide. So there's plenty of space to get elephants in there, and they're not all just lined up getting mowed down. Here comes the treb. I'm going to use that treb to see further back, get a better visual. As you can see, they're falling down. And there he goes. Just need to make some more space for the population. With carts coming in, these guys you're lucky I didn't see you standing around, or you would have been next. That rumbling, they're coming. We have some carts waiting. I always put my marker, or the drop point, after they're produced right next to the market, because that's where they're going to be going anyway. 38 war elephants. That is a lot of meat. 38 times 620. And I have 20 crossbowmen. Probably should have put out a few more of those to get them ready. I apologize for all the sound effects going off. A lot of farms being remade. So, I'm not sure what my teammate was doing earlier. They obviously know how to use the trademark. I guess it wasn't what they were thinking about, but I just know that it's super important here. But we are going to start staying over here because I do have some action going on with cutting down the tree, so I don't want to, you know, completely ignore the main element of the game of combat and talk about trade carts, as exciting as that is for business. So more elephants coming out. I'm just trying to make this a little wider. You're gonna see me move this treb up a little bit more probably. I just want to see where the end of the tree line is as well. And I was concerned I already broke through, but as I moved them up, more trees started to show up. So I was like, okay, we're good still. But I know that I'm getting close. I know that I'm getting close. And I'm making more onagers at this point because I'm like, hey, if I accidentally go too far, at least I'll have something to fall back on and mow some enemies down that might be trying to run across. Moving these villagers up to get some more wood over here, and we are getting bombarded with trebs. Got our onagers out of the way in time. I was looking here. And just clearing out some more space back here and trying to amass some more onagers. Like I said, in case, you know, they do try to make a push, I can protect a little bit. A wood camp here because these guys are walking super far. Clearing out more. I think I thought I was going to go like this way and try to clear out more, but I don't know. I'm also incredibly nervous at this point because I'm sitting there trying to think of how much trade I've missed out on compared to my opponents. So I don't want to get like super aggressive and then, you know, burn through all my resources because I also don't have a ton of carts. I usually like to get close to 20 or 30, but at this point I'm like, you know what? I have to get going. We got to get in there. So I'm like, get these elephants ready. We'll try to make a push. Worst thing that happens is them come through another angle. So I have my archers up here. They're gonna pull and hopefully come on up. Never mind. The elephants are getting in there now. So he's queuing his opponent to look over here. I'm starting to get the tech for scorpions because I just saw that he had a bunch of elephants there, and I'm like, okay, so let's get the scorpions and hopefully burn that down. Some good damage here with the onagers. Taking out elephants. Still taking out elephants. These aren't as tanky as the war elephants. I did bite earlier, and the war elephants were a little bit further back than what I wanted. So these onagers did not have a meat shield for them. But I do have more help coming on the way. I don't want to push too hard because I'm not really comfortable sending all of my elephants in there because this is the bulk of my defense at the moment, and I know that they're probably keeping an eye on this pathway now that they've gotten through and they saw villagers hanging out here. So easy targets. Starting to make the scorpions, and I'm producing more elephants. 12,000 food. My teammate is is getting some units. This is why putting the castles up closer to the Michi line is better, because your units are closer to combat. But hey, it's all right. We got our trade market going. So I'm firing more onager shots, largely to see if I can draw them away from here. And they're coming over this way with trebs. I have my arbalist at this point. Oh, they're crossbowmen. I'm pulling back some villagers at some point to try to repair this. It's just one treb. And while that's going on with the archers there, I send some elephants in, hoping to draw some attention. And now we have the hussars. And there's a bunch of elephants and a castle. So these elephants, I thank you for your service and effort, but you will be sacrificed here. This is giving me some intel as to what's back here, and I can see that I have a lot of castles that I'm going to have to deal with. But while they're battling, I'm also sending these archers up this way, because I'm like, hey, maybe I can get back there and take out some villagers. While this is all going on, we still have, you know, some elephants, but he was waiting. Not a whole lot I could have done there. What is... Oh, that's all the pads from the enemies standing on? Yeah, they're moving around. It's because they're still selected. That's funny. So this is concerning here. There are a lot of Mamelukes here. And I'm like, okay, I gotta send the elephants and get them in front of these few scorpions that I actually have. But they pulled back. They pulled back. I guess they're concerned at this point, I think. They're like, where's his teammate at? Where's that guy? What's he brainstorming? And they probably should have just pushed. I don't think he's coming up with much right now. The scorpions are doing some work here, but the elephants are mainly the meat shield. The scorpions will get the pikemen down. I have more hussars coming in. I have them just spamming right now, running into here just to clog the gap. And I've done a really bad job. Oh, I'm still on my teammate here. I've done a really bad job at keeping elephants going, so I'm a little concerned about that. I fell off with producing them, but 3 or 4 more coming up here. And these scorpions are going to go down. We have more elephants coming in, some more hussars. Just trying to clog the gap. I have these onagers standing there waiting for anything to come through this pathway. I'm also going to push them up while this is going on, because I want to try to deter them from pushing up further here, because I don't have anything. But overall, a pretty good push here. And defense by me, I'll say. Just because I am trying to battle 2 opponents at one time. And that treb will go down. So they're pulling back a little bit here, but they got castles, and there are more Mamelukes coming. Oh! Blue has joined the party. And good thing too, because I am running out of gas right now. My production isn't very high. I probably could have thrown down 1 more castle. So he's going to help clog this gap. And they are going to start working on this castle. And you're not going to see these villagers come over right away. I'm trying to get units over here to slow this down. And as they're coming over, this castle will go down. The elephants are going to hold here. He's trying to get his other trebuchets in place for what, I don't know. I think he was trying to attack this treb that I was using just for vision. But we do manage to push them back. Starting to build up some more scorpions here. Nothing's coming through the alternate path. And I'm kind of just throwing elephants to the slaughterhouse here. I don't see any castle fire coming. I would have thought there was castle. It's probably coming now. Yep, there it is. But this is quite the blockade. And this hussar is like, let me in, let me in, let me stab somebody. But he pulls back. They had pulled everything back here. Trying to get another castle up so I can keep elephants going and some trebs. We have another wave of forces coming in here from my teammate. I have the elephants over here to grab the attention. I sent the hussars to the left trying to get some stabs in here, but they do next to nothing. They are a garbage unit, so it's okay. Some elite battle elephants going in. I'm relieved to see this. I am trying to get some trebuchets going because I know that if I can push them back to here again, I can treb this down and start pushing my way in. Sending in another batch of 31 war elephants. And this should be enough to intimidate my opponents. And I'm sending in scorpions this time, so this way they can shoot through my elephants and do some damage. Or that's the plan. Yeah, there it is. Oh, the monk got a conversion off. But we'll be... This monk's healing that monk. Oh, now you're done, buddy. So, that's the converted elephant. Getting rocked. A lot of death and carnage there. It's a brave soul. A dumb soul, but a brave soul. I'm not sure what they were signaling back there. Maybe they were setting up another trade, trying to let them know that, hey, there's another market up or something. I don't know. But I am still top score at 18, 810. I think that's largely because I've gotten a lot of kills, but my teammate has climbed a little bit higher on the point scale. So, kind of idle here for a little bit. I'm not sure if they're going to push or what. I'm pretty much at my cap for population, still rocking 101 villagers, but I've burned through almost all my gold. And we are relying solely on trade carts at this point, because I did not put down a mining camp here. So, gonna make a push here. My thought process is get the elephants and the hussars up front. We'll put the scorpions, and we're going to drag the trebuchets in and hopefully treb down this castle and then maybe get to another one. That's my game plan here. I'm concerned that nothing is here and that they're getting ready to push here, so now I'm like, I have to get these trebuchets up front so I can pull them away from a side push and then getting into here and then running back here to trade lines and all our production. I'm gonna treb down this watchtower. I don't want them seeing me. But there is another one here, so they can still see me. Elephants are here to clog the gap. I wanted to pull the elephants back a little bit because I know the pokies are kind of effective against them. We are trebbing this castle down. And my teammate is now coming over a little late, but we just need to hold this. I have scorpions trying to get up here to the line to push some of these elephants down. We got our first castle. Really wish he could have pushed. It would have been helpful. But apparently he helped clog this gap as they were coming through here, and they tore down one of my castles. Yeah, this is just a blockade here, so they're just slowly chipping away at each other to get to these trebuchets. I don't want to send my elephants in like full blast right now. I got to keep them in front of the trebuchets. So I kind of pulled them back a little bit. We still have some scorpions firing. Leaving the scorpions back here with the trebuchets, waiting for any kind of pikemen to come through. But I do notice that my opponent has trickling units in, so I know at this point I am good to start sending in everything that I got. I started putting down some more stable so I can do some hussar rush. My opponent comes through from this side and is pushing this castle like a madman. But I am running out of elephants. And the other ones are kind of far back to get in the way, but the scorpions will prevail in protecting the trebuchets. Second castle is about to go... Well, that was the second castle that went down. Third castle is about to go down. Some villages over here. Eco. He's doing a slaughter there. Third castle about to go down. This last blast of rocks. And I have elephants starting to, oh. We got one to tap out, and there goes the second one. So, we'll go back to the map. Let's do an overview of this. I still have not seen what their end looked like. They have trade carts. Oh, no. They had... So, I guess I got lucky then. My concern was that they were... Wow, that's a lot of wood they chopped through. My concern was that they had trade going on the entire time. And they ended up not really having any trade going on, I guess. Oh, wow. Because that's not even showing any gold. So probably a little bit lower elo on both of these. My elo on this account isn't very high, and that's largely because I do team games. I don't do much solo, and I have a ton... Oh, wow. I had cards waiting to enter trade. I have a ton of games where I end up matching up against pre-made teams, people that, you know, work together a little bit more than randoms that I'm being assigned with. And then I have other teammates that get into a game they don't like and they quit. But yeah, this was a fun one, especially because I was super concerned early on not being able to get trade going, but it ended up working out in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope to get some more of these rolling and then getting back to solos as I get more comfortable back into the swing of things, and, you know, being able to go through all my my normal mechanics and stuff. So please like, comment, consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next match. Peace.